Alright guys, welcome to the RSI Secrets chapter. I know this one's been highly anticipated since I've mentioned it a couple of times on YouTube. Maybe I'll be posting this video on YouTube just to give everybody a sneak peek. We're looking at Curve USD here on a 4-hour time frame, and you can see I have the RSI a little different. I have top line as green, the overbought line, and the bottom line as red, the oversold line. Now, we're going to go into some, we'll call this the nomad method, right? Or the Guerrero method, whatever sticks. But the way I will start teaching RSI is the way I've been trading it, the way I've been back testing it. It's a little different to traditional RSI. Now, typically, they tell you that oversold is a buy signal, right? It's a bullish signal because it's oversold. So let's look for entries now. And they tell you that overbought is a bearish signal, or you look for sells because too many people have bought, it's overbought, and now it should be bearish. Now, this is true to a certain extent. It's definitely true if you're a scalper or a day trader, right? You might see a little pop, right? You can see right here we got into oversold, and we saw a little pop for a few candles, right? Let's measure some of these moves. I don't know if you got in at the bottom of the wick, but let's say you got in halfway, 20%. We got oversold here, 30%. So yeah, if you're buying oversolds, it can work, right? We got overbought up here. Overbought, we got a little 16, but the point is you need to get out because it reverses every time, right? Let's say we got overbought here. We only went down about 6%, and if you didn't get out, we made higher highs, right? You can see that was right here. Okay, let's clear this. Now, I teach it the opposite way, guys, because in crypto, unless you're a scalper, we're more of a term I created is called a swing holder, right? Of course, you have your holders, your long-term holders. You're basically an investor. You do your research on assets that you like, assets that you love from a fundamental standpoint. You enter, you hold them for a long time, for probably years. You can stake the coin and you're a holder, right? You support the project. That's fine. There's some projects I love and I hold them long-term. But for the most part, I'm doing something called swing holding, somewhere between swing trading and holding. So maybe short-term holding or long-term swing trading. We can hold positions anywhere from a day if it pops quick to a few months, to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, doesn't matter. We can trail the stop loss, but the name of the game is collecting profits, guys. Some people like to get married to projects, which is fine if you want to hold that bag. There's nothing wrong with that. It just depends on your trading style, and everybody has a different style, right? I like to capitalize on moves. I like to secure profits, so there's no reason in my head that I should be involved in something that's pulling back or consolidating for a long period of time, and be involved in that red when I can just secure my profits, get out and maybe get back in cheaper, unless it's a long-term hold and it's a way staking. If it's in my portfolio, it's in my exchange account, we should secure those profits, and we're swing holding these things. And so this RSI secret strategy is more for swing holding, more for medium-term trades. Okay, it's a trend trading strategy. We're finding trends. Again, traditional RSI is for quick pops. This is more for trends, and I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, so the way I see it, overbought is a bullish signal and oversold is a bearish signal. I have green and red because once we tag green, we're bullish, and once we tag red, we're bearish. So you can think of it like a game of tag, right? Tag green, we're bullish until we tag red, right? And tag red, we're bearish until we tag green again. So you should maybe only be looking for sells, and when you tag green, you should only be looking for buys, right? Now, okay, we'll get into some exceptions later, but let me show you how this works. Basically, every time you tag green, or most of the time, right, you can backtest this, you're going to make at least one higher high, and every time you tag red, you're going to make at least one lower low. So you can see here, when we tag green, let me get these horizontal raised, vertical lines, we tagged overbought. Here, we had the quick pop, so this is how you would scalp it the traditional way. We're overbought, so you can sell, but you got to get out quick, because look, we came up and made a higher high, right? Then we tagged back to bearish, right? So again, if you think this is oversold, you can make a quick trade and try to capture this 10%, 20% maybe. I don't know how much that was, but you got to get out quick, so you're scalping, because look what happened. We made lower lows, right? This was the low. We made lower lows. We got a top right here. Again, traditional RSI, you want to scalp it, sure. Make sure to get out though, because this is a bearish tag in the Nomad method. And look at that, we made lower lows, right? Now, we did not quite tap it there. You can see there, you can zoom in and see that we did not tap bearish. So we actually ended up coming here and flipping the switch. We tapped bullish, so we tagged green again. So let's put a vertical line here. We tagged green again. Again, you can scalp that and get out at these lows. If not, we consolidate for a little bit, and we did end up making our higher highs, right? And again, we tagged green again one more time here, and we made higher highs right here. And we tagged green. It looks like we tapped it here. And again, quick scalp, but we came up to make higher highs. So you're making higher highs. The overall trend is green if the last thing that we have tapped is green. Now, why does this make sense? Because again, an RSI is an oscillator, so it measures momentum. Now, if you're bullish, if you're in a bull trend, you want buying momentum. You want there to be momentum behind this this move. You want buyers to get into overbought and tag green, because now you got a bunch of buyers. And guess what? If you come down in this pullback and you don't tag red, that's a good thing. Remember the first RSI video we just went over in this course? We like to buy after overbought signals. We like to buy the dips. That's the best time to buy the dips. So that ties into this strategy. We're tagged green, buy the dips. It's a great sign that we don't come tag red, because that would mean selling momentum. If the trend has just turned bullish, we don't want the trend to turn selling momentum, or the bears to get that much momentum. The fact that we didn't get down there and we kept consolidating and came back up and tagged it a few more times means there was still buying momentum that was live, right? There was not enough sellers to kill this momentum. We want buying momentum when we're buying. So let's chart up, let's TA this real quick. We're going to draw a trend line here, right? You can see we have one touch, two touches. There's two in there, so that counts as two actually, so that's three. Four touches. 5 touches. And then we broke through, right? We broke through right there. And what happened? We came back to retest it as support. We retested it twice, but I'll just circle this one. You can see we retested it once there. So we retested this as support, right? What else? Well, price seems to be in a parallel channel, if you ask me. So if we draw this like this, we can see the price is in this sort of upwards channel, right? Lastly, we have another trend line that we can draw from here to here, right? And this circle is where it started, so we'll leave that there. We got another double touch here, double test as trend line resistance, a third or fourth test actually. Then we broke through it and we tested it and confirmed it as support. Now we have retested it one more time as support. And what are we doing in this one? We are retesting this black trend line here as support for the second time. It's a strong level. And we're also testing this channel, and we're going to draw another circle here on the second channel support for the third time, right? So this is a nice strong support level. Okay, now we can do some other traditional things. We can grab a Fibonacci retracement tool, get rid of the 382. you can see we kind of passed the 618. We didn't quite get to the 786, so we consolidated along the 618 and found a bottom there, right? Let me clean that up for you guys. But let's take a look at our RSI strategy. Let's just go ahead and make this one dotted here. Okay, so what happened here? We finally, okay, you can see we've been tagged red this whole time. We've tagged red and we're making lower lows, as we said. And we also identified this trendline resistance, right? Now what happened here? We tagged green. So this has turned bullish. So we expect to see higher highs at some point because we tagged green. So you can see we made higher lows. Then we broke out of our trend line. That's the first signal, right? That's the first signal. We found resistance here though, so we can start to draw this dotted trend line. Then we saw that we tested our original trend line resistance as support for the first time. This might have been a good entry, right? Because we know we're tagged green, we know we're testing support. Then we can start to draw the channel as we test this level right here. Then we broke the dotted one and retested it. These were all opportunities to get involved depending on how you see it and knowing that the RSI is tagged bullish, right? But a setup that I put to my syndicate group yesterday on Patreon was this screen, this last one right here. I'll turn it red. We identified this setup as very, very strong because we are tagged green. We are testing both the dotted and the channel. We have broken out of this and it proved to be a very, very quick play with 46% potential. Okay, you can see we've come back now and we're putting in lower wicks at the bottom of the trend line, so there's probably another opportunity here, especially if you start to throw in some sideways rectangle support levels and all that, right? So that's the basis of how the RSI nomad method strategy works, guys. If you're tagged green at the moment, you're in a bearish trend for the medium term, right? For the swing holders until you tag red again. Whatever the last tag was should be the bias. Now, the exception is you can tag red one time and then go green again, okay? You'll see it happen from time to time, but for the most part, you will see when you tag the green, you will at least make one higher high, and when you tag the red, you will at least make one lower low. And now you can tag red once, and then the next tag will be green, but maybe you didn't get as low in the RSI to tag red again, and you had some bullish divergence, which provided the great trading opportunity. But again, you got to combine it with technical analysis and everything else we've learned in this course to find the best trading opportunities. Now in the next video, we're going to go over some more examples of this nomad method and how they led to fantastic trading opportunities.